Hey, this is Emily at Inflatable Kayaks, and we're looking at the touring spray skirt. So the first thing I'll say is it's very big. It's one size fits all. And so I'm sorry that it's very, very big. So that's why I like to stock the touring spray skirt, because it's got straps. So you'll see here that it's got straps. So it doesn't matter that it's gigantic, it'll still stay on. Now you do have the bungee at the top to tighten it down so that you can trap the heat in if you're in a cold climate, but at least you can stand up and not worry about it falling off. Now, why would you want to wear a spray skirt with your kayak? Two main reasons. The first reason is you're in a cold climate and the spray skirt around the coaming will trap your body heat in the kayak, keep you toasty warm. Second reason is you're out in rough conditions or you're in unknown conditions, maybe like a multi-day expedition, something like that. You don't know what conditions are coming and you might be in open water, gusty winds, and spray is going to start coming over onto you. If you don't want that, the spray skirt is a good way to keep all that spray off. I'm going to show you a couple of tips on getting this working on your kayak. So one thing you'll notice is the inflatable kayaks, they don't have a rigid coaming like a plastic kayak would. So with a plastic kayak, this is elasticized, you elastic it over and you're done. With the inflatable coaming, there's a couple of things we have to look for. So the first one is we want this coaming to be as inflated as possible. So that might be a little soft. We may want to get it, as much pressure as we can, not more than 1 PSI though, or else you could damage it. So that's a little firmer now, okay? Okay, so that's the first step. Now I'm going to show you how to set it up the first time you've used it. So what you'll see here is some elastic. This has a big knot in it because that represents the tension that works for this kayak. If you look close, you can see these little dots of non-slip that help you to hook it on and keep it on. Okay, like that. And you want this to be right underneath. Right underneath, like that. All the way around with good tension, right underneath. Same on this side. Don't have quite enough tension there. Let's pull that a bit forwards. Now this is your pull handle. So if the kayak flips, you're probably just going to fall straight out. But if you needed to release this in an emergency, you can pull it. So a bit of tension. This is good. This is good tension. Right underneath. Now that is, to me, perfect tension in this one. If it was too loose, and you'd know it's too loose because it keeps just sort of flopping off, like just keeps coming in, then you would tighten this knot a bit. If it was too tight, same kind of thing happens but in a different way. If it's too tight, as you're trying to get the front on, then the back is popping off, that kind of thing. Then you would loosen it a bit. Now we just unclip the straps, stick it up, get the seat upright, step into the skirt carefully, and this requires a bit of a magic trick. Oh, there we go. And then we do our straps back up. Now, of course, you can put the skirt on while you're sitting in the kayak. And if you find that easier, that's fine. It's just the very first time you use it, you want to be out of it so you can adjust this a bit more easily. Get those straps back on. Now, like I said at the start, it's huge. It's one size fits all, so we've got to pretend that I'm 6'4" and it's got to be able to work for me. You can tighten this bit up as best you can. You have to shuffle it around a bit to start with. Okay, what you've got at the front here is a really handy mesh pouch. So it's mesh, it's not waterproof, but it's a great place to store snacks and whatnot. You've got your pull handle and you've got some reflective strips here. Okay, so if it's low light and a boat's got lights, they'll see you. And that's it. Now to get out, it's pretty easy. You just stand up. Now the underside of the spray skirt is lined with plastic, so it does not let water in. So even if you've got water pooling on the front, you'll still be warm and dry inside. Now, if you feel like this is sitting too high or too low, you can adjust the straps here. So if you're a big person, you can drop that right down on both sides. And then you'll see it sits much lower in the chest. So that is the touring spray skirt from Advanced Elements. Great for those of you who are in cold climates and want to stay warm and dry, and great for those of you who are out in open water or unpredictable conditions and need something to stay dry.